Good afternoon from the Disney Springs busport, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Tim, you've been to all the Disney hotels. This is true. We have done a resort tour of every single Disney hotel, but there are some hotels that are under construction, like Coronado Springs, which is where we are headed today to check up on the construction of, they have a little restaurant that's in the center of their Lagoon area, and they are adding in a whole nother wing to this huge tower that they've been working on for a while. So I'm excited to see how far they've come along, and they've also converted over what used to be just a bar to a full-service restaurant. So maybe we'll get a chance to try out some of the food there, or at least check it out and see what the food looks like. So let's head over. King of the bus, king of the bus, king of the bus. So here we are at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, just as loud as ever here, but holy macaroni, they're like really far along on that tower. I think it's been about 2 months since we've been here. Like, this is exciting times for me. I really like construction and seeing it progress. Let's go check it out. The first thing is they have definitely finished some of the painting around the resort. Like, this is all new paint right here. This building over here is all new paint. This little stuff back here is all new paint. It looks good. Oh, you can kind of see some of the old paint over there. Let's go over there and see some of the old paint. So here's the old paint colors right next to the new paint colors, and I think I like the new ones better. They just seem more elegant. You can kind of see it down here underneath the overhang too. I like the new ones better. We can come really close to the outside of this new tower over here. Holy macaroni, this thing's really big. Seems kind of strange. Like, I have a feeling they're gonna put something else on the outside of this building, but it looks like they've already painted it. But do you see how it's like all bumpy on the outside? Is that how it's gonna be when it's done? Ooh, yeah, I like the colors on that dome. The new colors on the dome look really cool. I don't know if they replanted the cacti or if these are just surviving, but they look really good. We actually just popped right through the front entrance to the main lobby. That's back there. And what I'll do is I will put a link to the tour up here in the upper right hand corner so you guys can see a little bit more in depth your way around this resort, because we're just kind of showing an update on it. So the first place we're going to stop is right here behind Laguna Bar, looking out over the waterfront, which this is still the clearest water of any Disney resort I've ever seen, although it does look kind of funky with the like the grass, the seaweed, and all kinds of other stuff going on. But here's a look at what will be the water top bar and restaurant. Zooming in a little bit on it, this is like a little entrance archway, which I think you will be able to walk across this boardwalk to get to either side of the resort. But there it is. There they have the outside frame of the bar and grill up. Moving right along. Not as far along as I thought it was going to be, but they did have a lot of work to do to build an entire platform for a bar slash restaurant to sit on. The water here is looking pretty rough. I don't know what causes this, like, growth, I guess it is, on top of the water, but it always happens whenever there's construction going on. Also, there's some boat docks here, but I don't think you can rent boats here anymore. At one point, you used to be able to rent like pontoons and Sprite boats and drive all around this lake, even though the lake's not very big. Still seemed like it would be fun. As we head towards the new tower, it seems like they have pushed the construction fence out here a little bit, kind of taking up some of the sidewalk that we used to be able to walk on. Maybe they're just because they're working on this building over here too? I don't know. Oh, they're actually building a construction fence right now. That's what they're doing. That's why this fence is here. I forget every time how big this resort is, or this extra tower. It's not even a whole resort. It's just another part of Coronado Springs. That is impressive. You can see it looks like they've got the majority of the outside framing done and some of the inside framing, and they're starting to close everything in. So I would imagine soon windows are going to go in, and then they'll start to do some electric and some AC, and then as soon as the AC is turned on, they can start running in drywall. I think they're going to be moving right along. Wow. So if you guys remember back to our tour, this will be the front entrance right here. There'll actually be like a restaurant down below it, but this is the main check-in for the entire resort. So they're going to move the check-in from over there to this location over here. And then up on the top floor, there's going to be a high-end restaurant with views of all 4 parks. It's going to be an impressive addition to this resort, because this resort already is very large and has a lot of rooms. I would imagine they're probably going to add at least 25% more rooms. I don't know, maybe on the way out there will be something that tells us how many rooms they're going to add. Oh, if you look inside, you can see the little stairway that leads down from the front lobby to what will be, I guess, like a grab-and-go type restaurant. I don't know, it's definitely going to be some form of restaurant. Looks like they're adding some form of seawall So this area, they're like changing the layout of the lake here. You can see they're pumping the water out right there, and they've got these huge metal barricades blocking off the water. Huh. We're walking across this bridge on our way towards the pool. We're not going to the pool, but the pool is right across this bridge here. And I think these little lights are new, little cafe lights. That looks like it would be very nice and would light the way, give it some ambiance at night. Oh, there's some construction workers in a boat out there. Wonder what they're doing. Looking back up at the tower, there's this cool roundy room over there. I wonder if that's gonna be part of somebody's room or if all the guests can go up in there and check it out. I wonder what oh, there's one on the other side too. Neat. Oh, they got the air conditioners installed and ready to go. So we're over here by the cabanas section of the resort, and I wanted to give you guys a chance to hear the level of noise coming from this construction site over here. Oh, this is nice. This is the bar and grill out on top of the water, and you get a real good feel for the size of the outside seating area of the bar and grill here. Looks like it's gonna be big and have a lot of tables. On the inside, not as big, because that also has to fit the kitchen and everything. Either that or they're adding more to this section, and this isn't gonna be all outside seating area. That's gonna be more inside area, because as you can see, they definitely have a lot more construction pieces over here to add to the building. I kind of wonder how much taller it's gonna get. Also, where do these pieces go? They almost look like they're part of the dock area, like the area that the restaurant sits on, rather than part of the actual building. Interesting. Oh, I wonder what this big tank that they have underneath is. Maybe that's the septic tank or the grease trap. One of the two. How terrible would that be if you had to empty a grease trap from a boat? I can tell you guys this, the walkway that's going to go across the lagoon is going to be invaluable on a hot summer day like this, because maybe some of it will be covered and you'll be able to get to the main lobby building where all of the restaurants are quicker from the back of the property over here, because we have only been walking around for maybe 20 minutes and I'm already sweating like crazy. And all we did was go from the front lobby to the back of the resort. We did stop along the way and kind of check some other things out, but for the most part it was just a straight walk all the way to the back of the resort. Got real sweaty because it's 92 degrees outside in the shade. In the sun, like with the sun beating down, it feels like 98. It's hot. So here we are back at the Ranchos section, and this still is the quietest bit of the resort. Even though I can hear some hammering from the Watertop Bar and Grill, it's not so bad. Especially at night, you're not gonna hear any of that. And I can hear a little bit of like machine noise over there from the huge tower. But other than that, it's not too bad over here. So they've blocked off this section so we don't get as terrible of a view of the construction materials, but we still do get a somewhat bad view of the stuff. If you're staying in Casitas 5, one of the newly remodeled buildings, you get a nice view of a fence, a construction fence, a scrimmed off fence. You don't get to see the water, especially if you're on the first floor. I'm sure you get to see it from the second or third floor, but the first floor, definitely not. Probably not a very beautiful view anyways. Oh man, check out the view from this bench. If I were coming to stay at this resort, I would definitely sit in this bench and just sit back and relax and soak it all in. It's perfect. This one's even better because they've moved it back a little bit. You get like a nice little back massage or like something from the plants. Still got a fantastic view too. So there it is, the view of all of the construction going on right now. You got the new overwater bar and grill, and you got the new tower over there. It's definitely gonna be interesting looking when it's done. I am kind of holding back my criticism of it because who knows what it'll look like when it's done. It might be beautiful, but right now it's not looking so good. And this direct pathway from the lobby all the way over here to Casitas 5 will be very nice. Get you back to your room very quick. You guys hear how much noise is happening? And it's echoing off the buildings too. I think the good news is, from looking around, I think all of these Casitas buildings, so from the lobby all the way around here and then over to Casitas 5 are all remodeled. So these are all new rooms. Just standing with my back to Casitas 3 and turning to look out over top of the waterway. It's very nice in here with all the shade and everything, but still, See a lot of construction workers over there. You get a pretty intense view of the new tower. This little fountain here in between Casitas 1, 2, and 3 is still a nice quiet oasis away from the construction noise. I feel like the last time we were here, this particular fountain was a lot louder than it is now. It seems actually kind of quiet. Oh, well, there you go. Remember when I said that it was looking pretty rough? It looks like they're cleaning it up. That's what they were doing in the boat. I think it will be very nice when everything's all said and done. But right now, I don't know that I would stay here, just based on the noise going on around the resort. Although it's not happening at night, because they don't work overnight. I don't know. Have you guys stayed here during this construction, and how bad was it? Let's pop back into the main lobby building, and we're gonna go to the food court area, see how that looks, and maybe stop by Rick's Lounge and get a bite to eat. Here we are at Pepper Market, which is the main food court, and they have gotten rid of a lot of the theming in here. There used to be a gigantic bunny here, and now it's gone. There's just like a square post up there. But the ground looks nice. Like they did a very nice job on the flooring. But it used to be so much more themed in here. Like it used to have this feel to it where it says Pepper Market up there with the peppers and all kinds of other colors. Now it's very industrial and dull in here. Well, ding dang, yeah. There's like no decorations in here anymore. There's not very much color. It's not exciting. This doesn't feel like a Disney food court. It feels like, I don't know, a non-Disney food court. Feels like they just put some colorful chairs in here and that's it. All right, so I was thinking about it a little bit. Maybe they took out all of the theming here from Pepper Market because the new tower is going to have all of the theming in it, and maybe this will be turned into something else as soon as the new tower opens. Maybe it'll still be a restaurant, but it won't be the Pepper Market restaurant. Maybe it'll be something completely different because it won't be near the front lobby anymore. I don't know. All right, let's head into Rick's Sports Bar and Grill and we'll see what they've got to eat. It's lunchtime. Here's the lunch menu. I'm really kind of feeling the bacon cheeseburger because that big burger that we got over at Jock Lindsay's was not good. I kind of want something good now. So this is the lunch and dinner menu, and they have some appetizers and stuff here too. Those pork sliders look good. What are these? What are Wachos? Oh man, that looks amazing. Here's a look around Rick's. It's actually a lot bigger than it seems on the inside. Also, I think there's a DJ booth over there next to those two TVs. Here's a look at some of the stuff they have on tap. Bold City, Dukes, Three Daughters, Dos Equis, Bud Light, Reef Donkey, and Big Top Key Lime Wheat Ale. They've just got TVs everywhere in here. So there it is, there's my burger, and I got waffle fries. It's just like a bacon cheeseburger. Looks pretty good. The bacon actually looks really good. The beef patty looks like something that they just like had back there. Not the best looking beef patty, but we'll give it a try and see how it tastes. Here's what the burger looks like on the inside. It's not bad. It's like a broiled or like a, I don't know, a boiled burger. It's just like any old cafeteria burger, but the bacon on it is really good. It's kind of a mix between a high-end burger and just like a McDonald's burger. It's not a bad taste, but it's not the best taste I've ever had. Does that make any sense? So my analysis of Rick's Lounge was, it was good. It was a tasty burger, but it could have been better. Like the fries, so there's a big convention space off to the left over here, and they just had their lunch rush. So the kitchen staff made up a whole bunch of fries, and the convention people got a lot of them, and I got the kind of the dregs, so my fries were a little bit stale, which is totally fine. Like they were still tasty, but they could have been better. And the burger was really good. Like it tasted really good, but if it had been a like charbroiled patty or cooked on a flat top or something like that, it could have been a lot better. But it wasn't bad. Does that make sense? Like it's kind of hard to describe. It's kind of like in between good and bad. Like it was okay. After talking to the bartenders over there, I found out the reason that they got rid of all the theming inside of Pepper Market is because they're going for a more classic Spain feel rather than Mexico, whereas the Pepper Market would have been decorated like it was Mexican, and now they're going for a cleaner Spain look, something more classic, more elegant, kind of halfway between deluxe and moderate. So I think that that's the direction that this hotel is going, is halfway between deluxe and moderate. Now that we know that the design style or design aesthetic that they're going for is more towards Spain rather than Mexico, what do you guys think of the colors now? Like, I have a feeling they're going to repaint these poles and the signs, but this is sort of the color scheme that they're going for and the design aesthetic that they're going for. I don't know. I've never been to Spain, so I don't know if this is what it's like in Spain. Are these the colors that are all over the place? I think the most interesting thing is that there's not a Coronado, Spain. There is a Coronado Island. There are Coronado Islands in Mexico, just a little bit south of California, but there aren't any areas of Spain called Coronado. But there was an explorer from Spain called Coronado. He was a Spanish conquistador that came over to Mexico and eventually headed up to Kansas. So, I don't know, Coronado. Just another little tidbit about this resort. The resort currently has 1,900 and something like 12 rooms that you can stay in currently. This tower, this new tower, has 810 that they're adding, or around 800 that they're adding. So this tower alone, almost adding 50% more rooms to the resort. One of the other things that the bartenders told me at Rick's is that the Maya Grill is getting a full remodel. So I would imagine that if they're going for more of a Spanish look, they would be getting rid of the Mayan theme here, because the Mayans are from Mexico. So this is what the Maya Grill currently looks like, and from what they're telling me, it's gonna get a full remodel. Actually kind of reminds me of the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot. Whoa, I did not come in here this far the last time that we were here. It's cool looking in here. They have little, like, flaming cauldrons up here with little fake flames in them. I wonder what it's gonna look like when it's done. I like this. I like the look and the theme of this a lot. I don't know how they're gonna change all of this. Before we leave, I just wanted to show you guys the concept art of the Watertop Bar and Grill. Looks amazing. The concept art for the new tower, which looks like it has a lot of gold on it. I'm interested to see what this is gonna look like. And this will be that high-end restaurant with views of all 4 parks. These are those little roundy things, so I guess those are just like an artistic detail. It almost looks like they're gonna have tile all the way up. Should be pretty interesting. Oh, it'll look really nice at night though. Oh, they're gonna have like floating lanterns out there too. So after doing this whole little update and tour around Coronado Springs, I'm really interested to see how it's going to turn out, because it's very loud here by the way. I don't really understand the idea of turning a Disney hotel, something that's supposed to be like fun and whimsical for the whole family, into something so modern and kind of sterile, like classical, modern, a little bit sterile, not as much theming, kind of like, I don't know, more like a high-end hotel, but families are supposed to come here. Although there are a lot of conventions that come to this resort, so maybe it'll be more adults. I don't know, I'm interested to see which direction Disney is going with this, because if this turns out to be a popular hotel after the remodel, then maybe Disney will start to remodel their other resorts and kind of take away some of the whimsicalness of them, and maybe leave that for the value resorts, and all of the moderates will have this like deluxe moderate kind of like clean modern feel to them. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that you like the new like kind of like luxuriously modern feel that they seem to be going for here at Coronado Springs? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. The whole reason that I did the outro out here is because I wanted you guys to hear how much noise is coming from this construction site. So that will give you an idea of what to expect when you come here to stay. So with that being said, we are off, and we will see you guys tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price.